What's up, YouTube fam? Trader Neil here, back at you with another video. So today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin specifically. Just this morning, we had a move up on Bitcoin of about 2,500 bucks from 58,300 all the way to 6,700 right now. And I'm here to let you know what I think about the pump, what I'm planning on doing, if I think this is going to be a pump that could potentially lead us to potential new all-time high prices in the end, or if I'm looking to short this and it's a potential bull trap. So before we get started, as always, if you guys could hit that like button on this video, I would very much appreciate it. And if you could subscribe to this channel at Trader Neil. We are so close to 1,500 subscribers, guys. So I think we could hit that goal even this week. So everyone, if you're not subscribed yet, I would very much appreciate it if we could hit that button. Hopefully we get there by the end of the week. And just to turn your bell icons on if you don't want to miss any of my future videos. All right, guys. So let's start talking about BTC here. Overall, what I'm seeing here on the 12-hour time frame is essentially Bitcoin is having a push off the bottom of this symmetrical triangle pattern. So as you guys can see, price, ever since we put in that low here last week on that Black Sunday into Monday, price has been essentially compressing since then. We've been just in a really tight range ever since we put in the low and the high. And since then, in my opinion, price is just waiting to expand one way or the other. In my opinion, these symmetrical breakouts, symmetrical triangle breakouts here, guys, more often than not, they don't break out to one side or the other and just simply go on from there. So for now, looking at BTC, it's looking like it wants to break to the upside out of this triangle. Usually whenever you have things like this, you usually get a breakout. A lot of times you get a fake out and then you come back into your pattern with these triangles. And I would not be surprised to see a similar thing happen here. And the reason being, guys, like even if you have a pattern like this, you really have to be looking more so at your horizontal support and resistances. And here, yes, we're getting above our higher time frame value area low here. As you can see, if I take a pull from the very beginning of this range that we started in March to where we are now, value area low sitting at 62.50. Currently, we are above that on this current 12-hour candle. However, on this lower time frame, you can see that our value area high is sitting right here at 61,389, and that's actually where we rejected from yesterday. So in my opinion, first we would need to get above that to start to be bullish. I'm not actually looking to take a short off this value area high personally. I would like just a little bit more of this liquidity to be taken out. Personally, it would be nice to see the liquidity at this high and then this high taken out. If we do get that, then I would be looking to actually start short about 61,895, especially if we get a reaction at these levels like an SFP. And potentially, if price continues to push from there, I would just DCA at this 63,360 level. At least that's my plan. You've also got your anchored VWAP from the beginning of our range here that is sitting right at resistance there as well. So in my opinion, I think this could be a nice move to take a short off of, especially, you know, guys, like with how choppy price action is. I'm in a couple of longs from these lows, so being able to hedge them with the short at these highs, it's just personally, for my strategy, wouldn't be a bad idea. The one thing I will say is I am really liking the way this RSI looks here. The way that this is curling up and trying to get back above the 50 level makes me think it's going to want to revisit these highs up here at some point. So I will say that is looking quite bullish. And then in terms of what I'm looking at besides that short, if we end up not even pushing out of the symmetrical triangle at all, guys, and if we just fall from here, a couple areas of interest that I have would be this wick low from the 15th of August, which is also your value area low of your range. That's an area where I'd be looking to take longs. I'd be also looking for, if we did get a move down to this area around 54K, this is where your golden pocket zone is from this low to this high from the 8th of August. And that's also a liquidity block on the 4 hours, so I'd be looking to take along there. And then lastly, If we get it, I would be looking to see if there's any long opportunities if we get an SFP of this wick from the 5th of August. But that's all the trades I'm looking at for Bitcoin in the short term. Short here and a couple longs. Personally, guys, I would not be chasing this pump just yet. We have a lot of stacked resistances above us, and you don't want to get trapped. So that's the way I'll put it. And then lastly, guys, the one thing I'll say is if you guys haven't seen Bitcoin on the 3-day chart, one thing that I have recently seen and that I found really interesting is that here in the 3-day chart, guys, Bitcoin didn't even make a lower low on the 3-day than it did on the daily. It didn't make it on the weekly either, which I'm sure most people have seen, but on the 3-day as well, it didn't make a lower low. And so this 55,966 level seems like a very interesting pivot because you held that area once here in the beginning of July, and then again you held it here on the 3-day at the beginning of August. So potentially, could that be a nice pivot for Bitcoin to make, for it to potentially come up, maybe hit that level again, put in a higher low, and for that to be pretty much your rounded bottom situation? That's very that's possibly in the cards. However, it's too early to tell, but I did want to keep this on your radar because I'm seeing a lot of people say, like, Bitcoin's in a downtrend on all time frames, even the weekly now. What are we going to do? Are we going to enter a bear market? And in my opinion, like, it really just depends on the time frame you're looking at. And looking at this on the 3-day, Bitcoin has a very obvious pivot in the sand at 55,966. And in my opinion, if you guys leave this video with at least one piece of knowledge, I would place this level on your chart and see how price reacts off of it. All right, guys, so that's my video on Bitcoin today. I hope you guys learned something. Hopefully we can print off of some of these trades, print paper money, that is. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And in the comment section below, a lot of people answered the question of where they would like to live in the world. They did a really good job, and I loved your guys' responses. For this video, guys, I have another question I want you guys to answer in the comment section below. So tell me what your favorite color is. So for me personally, it's green, and I want to hear what your guys' is. So throw that in the comment section below, okay? All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your week. This is Trader Neil signing off. I'll see you guys in another video in just a couple days. Like and subscribe the channel at Trader Neil, and I'll catch you guys shortly. Peace.